Hey Detoxers! Welcome back to Detox Talk, and I'm your healer and love giver, Ashley. And today, guys, I wanted to do something a little different. So I'm actually in a whole nother part of the world, and I wanted to share this beautiful view with you guys, It took a lot for me to get this backdrop because I was like, the backlighting in the video, and then the sun keeps coming in and out, so you'll see me super lit up, and then you kind of see me regular. But I wanted to do something a little different, and today I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about why I started Detox Talk, why I started the Spiritual Detox Shop. Because actually, after I started the podcast, and I've been sending it out to a lot of friends and family and people from all different walks of life that I've met along my journey, and people know me for all different reasons. I'm like a jack of all trades outside of spiritual detox, so a lot of people want to know, what is it that brought you into this? Oh yes, look at that sun. What is it that made you go along this path? So I wanted to share that with you guys today, because I felt like, it's important for people to know why I'm doing this. The first episode was talking about what spiritual detox was and what Detox Talk would be about. But I felt like, hey, why don't you guys get a little bit of background information about me, the healer, your healer. So I'm gonna start this off by just letting you guys know how my day is going, because I think that's important to share a little bit about myself and just how I'm feeling. And honestly, I'm feeling amazing. I feel great. I feel enlightened. I feel full of love. I feel so happy to be on this journey right now. I'm in New York right now, and I needed a change of scenery. I wanted to get away from Miami. That's my hometown. I've been there in South Florida for about 10 years on and off. I went to Atlanta for a little bit. I went to Cali for a little bit. But I feel like Miami is truly my home. I grew up in Baltimore, Maryland. So for those of you that don't know that about me, I am from up north, and I have a different concept on life, as they would say. So people that know me in Miami, they're like, wow, you're different. I'm like, yes, I'm totally different. I have a crazy mixture, and I've lived all over. And at this point in my life, I'm 30 years old. I've been to 8 different countries, and so many more that I want to visit, and so many more that I plan to visit and go to, and add to my journey of becoming a global citizen, because that is an important journey for me. So I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about me. And start this off with, I had to have my tea. So you guys know what tea I'm drinking today. I'm drinking a green tea with wild blueberry and acai. So it's really good. It has a lot of antioxidants, help you cleanse that body. We're on that spiritual detox. This is something I live by every day. I feel like drinking a great tea, detox tea, is something important to add to your daily routine. So every morning I wake up and I pick a tea. So that's what we're drinking today. Sip that. All right, so why did I start the spiritual detox? Why did I start this journey? And why did I start this podcast that you're watching right now, or you're listening to right now? I'm going to put some things out there. Some of you guys don't know, but the Spiritual Detox podcast is available for you to listen in your cars, on your phones, on any of your listening audio devices. We're available now on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and TuneIn. So you guys can be like, hey, Alexa, play Spiritual Detox or play Detox Talk, and it will play for you. So I'm super excited about that. And you can also find the podcast on our website, www.spiritualdetoxshop.com. I'm super excited about the website launch. The website is launching on Tuesday. So you guys tune in. Check out the website. Check out all of our listening platforms. Subscribe. Make sure you guys follow us on all of the different platforms. So jumping right in, my journey into holistic health started from a young age. My grandfather, Mr. Ronnie Thompson, was very much into eating healthy, holistic healing. He went to school for nutrition and to be an herbalist, and he is a die-hard fan of Dr. Sabi and Dr. DeHooley of The Health Store, and he shared these things with me from a young age. So at a young age, besides the holistic portion, he was also very much into exercising and working out and taking care of your body, and it's very important to incorporate these things in your day-to-day life. So my grandfather was a third-degree black belt, martial artist. I remember growing up going with him to karate practice, and he used to have me in the house practicing karate moves and just teaching me discipline, teaching me how to balance myself, balance my life, and how to eat healthy and how to take care of my body. And he taught me from a young age that your body is a temple. So fast forward to this day and age. About 2 years ago, I got more into holistic healing and natural remedies, home remedies to heal yourself, because I found out that I was diagnosed with fibroids on one side of my uterus, and on the other side of my uterus, I had a cyst. So I've always been a super healthy person. I really eat super healthy. I never really get sick. You know, I have a very strong immune system, a fast metabolism. I've never really had any health issues. So for me, this was a little devastating. Also because I don't have children. So usually fibroids are something that most women get after they have children, and it's more common for women in their 40s. And I did a lot of research on this. You know, my master's degree is in journalism, so I'm really good at researching, and I love to write and record things and just take in as much knowledge as possible. Like, I love reading. I worked in 2 libraries. You know, I was a library assistant. So I'm very knowledgeable on a lot of topics. But when it came to these things about my body, I had no clue, you know, and it was scary for me, honestly. You know, it was super scary for me. I'm like, I don't have children. I want children. I want a family. And I didn't want anything that may hinder that, you know, or I find my dream guy and my husband, and then I can't offer him that, you know. So it's something that makes you feel like less of a woman being in this age. And I just think being a woman, part of it is being able to produce, like being able to have children is very important. Like, it's a natural thing in life that we've been blessed with. It's a gift, you know. So I cried about it. I went through all the emotions, and I said, you know what, Ashley, we're going to figure out how to fix this issue. What we're going to do so that we can protect ourselves and we can move forward, and we're not going to stress this, you know. We're going to make this a learning experience. So I went to the doctors, like, you know, most people do. You feel like you're sick, something's wrong with you. I was having a lot of pain in my lower pelvis on the left and the right side from time to time. But it was bothering me a lot in the left side. And I went to the doctors, and they're like, oh, we can check and see, da-da-da. So they ran all these tests on me, and I did an ultrasound. And once I did the ultrasound, it was like, oh, you have a cyst here in your left side. And then once I did the CAT scan found the fibroid on the right side. So the cyst on the left side was actually a little bit big, nothing too crazy, but the fibroid is about the size of a pea on the right side. So I talked to the doctor and I'm like, what can I do about this? You know, like, what do you guys recommend for me to do? Because it's important to me to still have children. The doctor assured me, like, not to worry. You'll still be able to have kids. You know, just eat right. And, you know, they prescribed me with birth control. So I started on the birth control. I was doing the birth control for several months. And I'm like, I will still feel the pain here in the left side from time to time, but I don't know, it just didn't seem like it was really helping. And then I took myself off of the birth control and the pain went away. And I did a lot of research on different things I could add to my diet, such as flaxseed, you know, and adding more fiber to my diet, which actually helps with the fibroids and with the cysts. And also, I invested in Detox pearls. So the Detox pearls are an all-natural herbal tampon that you can use that has different herbs mixed in. It's about 10 to 15 different herbs inside this tampon that you actually insert inside of you. And you leave it there for about 72 hours, and then it cleanses out your uterus, and you feel refreshed. It's amazing. So also I did research on doing the V-steams, also known as yoni steams, where you actually use all herbs to steam your yoni, or your womb, you know, to cleanse it. And both of these things, but mainly the V-steams and the yoni steams, from my experience and speaking with other people that I know, because I had other friends and people that I spoke to that have had similar issues that are my age as well, that told me that the V-steams are something that are, I don't want to say like ancient, but like there's something that's been done for centuries, you know, like by different cultures. Like one of my girlfriends, she's Haitian, and anytime you have a baby in Haiti, as soon as you have a baby, they give you these V-steams to cleanse everything out, to get out all of the placenta and blood and blah, 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 all that stuff that's in there after you have a baby. So they use it for that, but then they also use it to clean and detox the yoni whenever they see fit, when they need it. So I was like, wow, you know, I'm in America, and they never talk about these things. This is not something that you hear about in America from people. Like, hey, yeah, I'm just going to go sit on this yoni steam. So I started to do a lot of research on the V-steams, the yoni steams, the detox pearls, and I found that in a lot of other countries, mainly I found in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, in different places in Africa, and different places in the UK, in Europe also, that people were doing these V-steams, and it was common. The detox pearls I actually found coming out of China. So, and China's known for a lot of their, you know, Chinese holistic medicine, because they're about using a lot of holistic medicine. So when I found out these things, I'm like, wow, I figured it out. This is what I need to do for my body. I need to use natural herbs, natural remedies. I need to use natural things to heal myself and heal my body, because obviously birth control wasn't doing it. So the reason the birth control, once I researched it, was actually affecting me and not helping me was because birth control contains estrogen. Some birth control has low levels of estrogen compared to others. But what I found out was that the fibroids actually feed on the estrogen from the birth control, which means if they're feeding on it, they're growing. Yeah. So I was like, oh, isn't that great? You guys gave me something to make it grow instead of to make it go away. So I decided not to go that route, because when I did go back to the doctors, they wanted to do some type of colonoscopy, something to go up inside of there and look and see if there's any cancerous cells or anything going on. I'm like, look, check this out. I don't want you guys going inside of anything that I don't need. I don't want you guys digging for gold if you don't need to dig in there. Because I feel like your body is a temple, and once you open up certain parts to certain things, you're allowing different bacteria and things from the air to get inside of there that could never get in there, that don't naturally belong in there. And there's so many things with surgery that can go wrong that I try to avoid that at all means. Like, even, I have my natural, breast here, and I used to wear a D cup in school. I was like 16 with a D cup, wearing like a double D. I've always been small but shapely, very petite and shapely. And as I got older, I slimmed out. I moved to Florida. It kind of dried me out, so I lost weight, and my titties went down to like a C cup. And I was happy with that because I was like, at a young age, I was feeling like, I'm going to have back problems and all of these things, and I didn't want that. But as I got older, I was a little bit more self-conscious about my breasts because I was like, hey, like all these girls have breast implants, and I'm in Miami, so most of the girls have fake butts, fake titties, fake faces, fake abs, fake everything. Because it's like a fad, or it's trendy, or it's more like, hey, like I can afford it. So since I can afford it, I have money. So let me like get this fake work done to my body. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a supporter of that movement. I'm sorry. I feel like, hey, be who you are. And if it makes you feel beautiful, then by all means necessary, push forward on that. But for me, I feel like God made me this way, and this is the way He intended me to be. And I feel like I am beautiful inside and out. And it's really about self-love at the end of the day. So when it comes down to surgery, I would look at certain things like wearing little tops and cute little stuff. And I'm like, oh, I want the titties for this. I want to have the nice breasts for that. But I would never undergo surgery because I feel like I want to look better in a top or a dress or anything that could harm my body. Like, why? So I can look better? I already look good. I believe that because I love myself. And it's not a conceited thing, it's a self-love thing. So love yourself and have confidence. But back to the main point. The point is, surgery is not something that I see myself undergoing unless it's like a life or death situation, I understand it's important that we have doctors for certain things. And most of the doctors that I know are like, we love all your natural, holistic ways or your wellness and healing that you have going on. But you still got to come to us, and it's that type of energy that I don't like to necessarily feed into. So I feel like if you eat healthy and you take care of yourself, there's a lot of things that holistic health and holistic healing can solve for your life. And it's preventive, so that you prevent yourself from getting to a certain point that you actually need to go to the doctors, that you need surgery for something serious in your life, But it's like, hey, if you do certain things to take care of yourself, then you don't have to worry about those things. You keep your blood cleansed, you eat healthy, you keep a great diet, and you have no worries. People aren't living to be hundreds of years old like we used to be. People are dying, before they even hit 90. And it's because of our diet. It's because of what we're eating and what we're intaking. And if you watched my last detox talk where I talked about what we're putting into our bodies, it gives you a little bit more insight into why these things are affecting us. So, back to why I came into this journey, because I'm getting a little bit off topic. Well, not really off topic. We're still on topic, but I'm talking about a lot of things that I want to zone in on the importance of why I'm making this detox talk. With me, once I found out about the fibroid and the cysts and the natural remedies that I could use, I started to utilize them, and they worked. I went back to the doctors, and they told me that the cyst was drained. The fibroid was smaller, way smaller, microscopic. And I was ecstatic about the fact that I found a way to heal myself through my research. And I felt as though I needed to share this with the world. I spoke to other women my age, and they're like, wow, like, I went through this, or I went through this, or I have fibroids, and I have this problem. And they're like, how did you do this? And I start sharing this information, and they're like, wow, you figured that out on your own? And I'm like, yes. So that made me really think, like, if I'm like this, and I'm very knowledgeable on a lot of topics, if I'm like this and I didn't know, how many other women are out there that don't know either? How many other people are out there that don't know about detoxing, that don't know about spirituality, that don't know about going to research these things on your own and how to find this information? So it became my purpose and my duty, my God-given right, my divine purpose, to share this knowledge with you guys. Because if I don't, who will? Yeah, there's other people out there that are probably sharing the same information, and I think that's amazing, and we need as many people as we can to do these things. But I'm all about sharing as much information as possible and as much knowledge as possible with the world, and helping to heal the world and change the world. So this led me to Spiritual Detox. So with Spiritual Detox, I wanted people to be able to heal themselves and to come to me and the different healers that will be working alongside me to help them to grow and to heal mentally, physically, and spiritually. It's very important to detox the mind, body, and the spirit, because all of these things work in unison together to help you live your day-to-day life. So it's important that you have these things in balance, that your chakras are balanced. And a lot of people do not understand how all of these things tie in together. So I felt like it's my duty and the duty of Spiritual Detox Shop to share this information with you guys, so that you guys don't have to go through all of the hoops that I jumped through already. Why not share that information, and I can help save a couple people the research? You guys can just tune into my YouTube or tune into the podcast and listen or watch me talk about these topics, and you can take in that information, and then you can spread it with your friends and your family, and you can help others, and you can heal others too, because it takes one person to heal the next, and then that person to heal others, and then that person to heal others. And then by the time you look up, you're like, hey, look at this. We're all healers. We're all healing each other. And how beautiful is that? How amazing is that? So once I figured these things out, I said, okay, the Spiritual Detox Shop, this is going to be the source for all things detox. This is going to be the source for people where you guys can come and purchase the items you need to detox mind, body, and spirit. So once the shop is live, which I am working on it diligently for you guys, I have a great list of products that I will be presenting to you guys that you guys can use to detox mind, body, and spirit. I will be doing healing sessions, detox sessions. You guys will be able to come in and purchase online your detox pearls, your yoni steams. You'll be able to purchase your sage, your palo santo, your crystals. You'll be able to purchase your beautiful crystal jewelry. So many great things that I have in store for you guys that you will be able to ascend with the help of Spiritual Detox Shop. So what about detox talk? Why did I say, okay, I need to make this podcast? Because it's like, hey, I started the Spiritual Detox Shop, and the podcast wasn't a thought. It really wasn't a factor. But then I realized I started the Instagram page, and on the Instagram, if you guys go and check us out, it's at Spiritual Detox Shop. You'll see that I'm teaching you each week different things about detoxing mind, body, and spirit. Also talking about the Detox Talk podcast. But I'm like, I didn't feel that Instagram was enough of a platform for me to just give you guys information on all things detox. Like, I can type out a couple paragraphs, a couple captions, under each post, but it's like people are so busy nowadays. A lot of people don't have time to read. A lot of people don't have time to watch YouTube, you know? Some people only have time to listen in their car on the way to work. So I felt like by creating the Detox Talk podcast, this gave me another platform to spread this information with you guys and to get a little bit more in deep and close and personal with you guys, because you can see a face. You can put a face, you can put a voice to everything I'm saying. You can understand where I'm coming from. You can feel this energy that I'm putting through on this video or on this audio if you're listening. You can hear it in my voice. You can feel it in my vibration. You can see it in the light and the glow that's coming from me as I radiate this love to you through this video. So I felt like it was important for me to connect on a different level with people so they can understand where I'm coming from and how serious this is to me and how important this is for me to share this with you guys. I felt like when I took on the project of creating a podcast for Detox Talk, it put me in a very vulnerable space. Vulnerable by I am being my true, honest, genuine self to you guys. This is truly who I am, and this is truly what I love, and this is truly what I'm about. A lot of people know me, like I said in the beginning of this video, for all different reasons. I'm very much a jack of all trades. I'm just like, but this is who I really am. This is who I want you guys to see me as. A lot of people may see me in Miami. I host a lot of parties. I host events. You know, you see me everywhere from the yacht to your favorite nightclub on the scene. I know a lot of people in the scene, a lot of people in fashion, music, entertainment. I'm very much intertwined into that lifestyle. But at the same time, I'm very much all about this, all about spirituality. I'm all about detoxing. I'm all about love on a different level. So when I'm out in these settings, yes, it may portray an image, but it's like, hey, you can be spiritual and be a gangster. My friend calls me all the time a spiritual gangster. If you're like, what the hell is that? I'm a spiritual gangster. Like, you hear the little bit of Baltimore coming out right now. Why? Because I'm very serious about my spirituality. And on the other side, I don't take no shit, okay? I don't play. I say that to people all the time. One thing about me, I'm very serious about the things in my life. Malcolm X said, you stand for something or you fall for anything. So I take my life very serious. I take my reputation and who I am as a person very serious. I feel like all you have in this world is your word. So like I tell my friends all the time, I don't play with kids and I don't play with adults. So for me, that's what being a spiritual gangster is. Because it's like, I'm like, namaste, and all about love and light. But I can love and light and I can turn up on you. So don't come that way with the nonsense, you know. But in a godly way. There's a way to go about protecting yourself. There's a way to go about protecting your energy. And I think that is a really misconception about people of spirituality. Like, it's like, oh, you're all about like rainbows and stars and meditation, and you're like, oh, you're like a nun and you're supposed to be like silent and you're supposed to be scared and you're not supposed to speak your voice or stand your ground, and that's not what it is. What it is that you understand who you are and you appreciate yourself for who you are and you love yourself for who you are at any capacity, inside and out. There is no yin without the yang. There is no darkness without lightness. There is no good and bad. Good and bad is your mental thought of it. It is your conception of it. It is how you perceive your life to be. So you have to understand what that, really means to you. What does it mean to you? what does it mean to be spiritual? So I want people to know, like, you can be beautiful and you can be into holistic healing and you can dress nice and you don't have to walk around with, like, you see, like, certain people, they're all about, like, spirituality and the earth and living off the earth and all these things, and they're, like, walking around and, like, everything that's sustainable clothing and this and that, and you're like, oh, they gotta dress, like, kind of like bummy, if you would say. And I'm like, you don't have to be like that. I'm in fashion. I love fashion. I do love sustainable fashion. I think it's important for that. I do a lot of thrifting, you know. But I also understand that you can be this spiritual being and be in this light. And it doesn't have to be what people think you should look like. And that's my whole point. People think you have to look this way or that way. You know, even I was telling my grandparents before I started filming this actual Detox Talk that for me it's important to do these Detox Talk podcasts with no makeup. Because being in Miami, it's a big thing about, you know, if I go out in South Beach, I have to have the whole beat face, you know, on. And it's tiring, you know. I love to wear my natural skin. I have great skin, and when I wear makeup, I break out a lot. And the only way to combat that is doing a lot of facials, and you spend a lot of time and energy and skincare when you're wearing makeup. So for me, it's important to do these detox talks as natural as possible. Even the other detox talks that you have seen, every detox talk I shoot it in one take. This is not a pause, stop, let's do it over, let's try it again. Like, no, I might edit out some little portions, but for the most part, straight through. So it's very important for me to shoot this detox talk just wearing lipstick and I have on lashes. So very natural, just very much myself. I felt like, you know, being a little lipstick or a little lip gloss, you know, goes a long way. And that's all you need. Be yourself. And I just want Detox Talk to be as natural and as free-flowing as possible, as genuine as possible, so you guys can really feel my love and my energy and understand where I'm coming from with this. And you can feel the energy of love. Love for myself, self-love, love for you guys. So I hope you guys learned a lot from this episode of the Detox Talk. I hope this gave you guys a lot more insight into who I am as your healer, and for you guys to understand why spiritual detox is so important to me, why this detox podcast is so important to me and so important to the collective consciousness. And I want to give you guys so many more great tidbits and just great ways to detox. And I want you guys to grow and to flourish and to be the best versions of yourselves. And I want you guys to make sure you come back and visit me here at Detox Talk. I want you guys to subscribe to this YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so that you guys get the alerts every time I drop a new video. And I hope you guys can tune in on audio. If you don't have time to watch the video, you can always listen in. So make sure you guys check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, also on SoundCloud and Stitcher. And you can also say, hey Alexa, because we're on TuneIn. So, thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for your love. Thank you for all of the love and support you guys have given me since I've started this podcast. It's so amazing. I am so overwhelmed with joy and happiness to have you guys be a part of this journey. I'm so happy that I've been able to help you guys ascend with just the little information I've given you so far. The fact that you're taking the time out to take in this knowledge and to help yourself grow and to help yourself detox, to be the best version of yourself, shows that self-love and that self-care that you have for yourself. And the love and care that you have for those around you, because you care to be the best version of yourself and to take it to the next level. And that's what we're going to do here on Detox Talk. I hope you guys tune in for the next episode of Detox Talk, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Make sure you guys check us out on all of the platforms and check out our new website, www.spiritualdetoxshop.com. Namaste.